as an advocate, how am I supposed to pick my niche? I really like intellectual property rights, so I'm gonna be an intellectual property rights lawyer. Good luck if you're able to pull it off. A lot of times people don't. I'll tell you my personal story of how things transpired. I did a lot of narcotics prosecution work for a senior special public prosecutor for the DRI for several years. After which I went independent and I thought to myself, I've done so much work in narcotics prosecution. A natural progression of my career should be narcotics defense work. So I waited patiently, waiting for the matters to come flowing in because of my good expertise in narcotics matters. Sadly, not a single matter came for several months. What did come were regular property disputes, criminal cases of all sorts here and there. Now, one of these days, I get a phone call from a very close friend who says that there is a gentleman that he knows of who's been falsely accused of sexual harassment, and that case has been doing rounds across the country. If you type in Delhi ka Darinda, this poor man's name comes up. And my friend said he is not very affluent, will not be able to afford good counsel, and he will not be able to pay any of your fees. But I know him, and I think he's a good man, and I think you should represent him even if for free. And because this friend of mine said, a close friend said, do this guy's case for free, I said, all right, let's go ahead and represent this gentleman. We got him an acquittal. And because of that, I suddenly had a huge number of men coming to me and saying, Amish ji, even I am facing false cases. These false cases are by my wife. And lo and behold, having perhaps done just 2 or 3 cases up until then, about 8 years ago, in matrimonial disputes, and having done majorly criminal prosecution work and a little bit of defense work, suddenly I find myself neck deep in only and only matrimonial disputes. And obviously, we get a couple of results in matrimonial disputes, and then we have those clients talk about us to other people who they know in similar troubles. And we also talk on the internet about the troubles and the overcoming them in matrimonial disputes. And suddenly, about 90% of my work is matrimonial disputes. A lot of times, you don't choose the niche, but the niche chooses you. And while we're on this topic, this is another great illustration of why, as advocates, not just for the altruistic aspect, but also for your own selfish reasons, you should from time to time consider, especially if you have no other work lying around and you're just twiddling your thumbs, it's better to take up that free case. You never know. It may put you in the limelight, it may get you a lot of matters.